It worked. The first time. Cool. Okay. All right. As you can see with this page, compared to the last color along, I've done a lot more. I think I love how it's coming out. I do love how it's coming out. Okay. So, let's see. I finished all the circles that had to be done, and I finished the inside parts. You know, I'm sure that I could sit here and tweak it for days, but my sister's birthday is today, and I'll see her tomorrow. So I think we're good. Let's see, what else did I do? I started on the background. And some art supplies are very forgiving, and I'm grateful for that. One of them is the King Art gel sticks. They're pretty easy to erase, and you can color over them or just leave it as is. And I just played around with it until I came up with this background. In this part, I took the same colors as I did these two areas and just kind of made a, I don't know, a gradation there, just a slight gradation, and I did that here, and I will do that on the other parts. Oh boy, I just noticed this part right here. I might just take my darkest color, which is the China blue, and fill that in. Or I could do, yeah, I think maybe that's what I'm going to do. Yep. I also thought I would show you how I did the background. Hey, Melody, how are you? See why I love this book? Thanks for the shout out in your video, by the way. That was really kind. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, that was really kind. I had to stop working on this so that I could show you all what I did, and it was really hard. Okay, so what I started with, oh yeah, let me show you. These are some little stencil brushes, and it comes in a set of 3, or you can get a set of, like, we'll set of 2 together. You can also get a set, 2 sets of these and some that have a beveled edge. I'm going to be ordering 2 more of this kind, so the set that's got these 2. I love these brushes, and they're just perfect for what I need to do. I took the smallest one, and I just kind of, you're almost scratching it off because these bristles are, you know, they're stiff, but just go over the tip of the gel stick, and you can use any gel sticks. It doesn't have to be these. I got these on special a couple of months ago, and then I went around the edges. I'm not sure you can see that without me casting a shadow. Let's try it this way. Oh, it's going to cast a shadow, but not as bad. I just dabbed around the edges, and sometimes I just kind of, you know, colored it with it. Painted, I guess, is more like it. So I've got this white border here around. Then the next thing I did was I took that was white. This is aqua green. It's really more of a light teal blue, but anyway, that's what it says on there. You can really use any colors for this. I just wanted this to be spacey, and I wanted to do this with blues. Okay, and then I scratched off, took off some color with the brush, and just dotted this around. And I haven't gotten into the white yet. Okay, so I dotted this around. This is why I wanted another set of these brushes, because I want to use the big brush. I wanted to use the big brush for this area, but this is all I have at the moment. And this paper, what is under there that's making that noise? Oh, okay. This paper takes the gel sticks pretty well. And I think if you wanted to do water, there is something under here that is making a crinkling noise. It's driving me nuts. I must find it. Aha! That's it. Well, I don't need to protect that picture anymore. It's pretty well set. Little stuff like that bugs me. Okay. And this is going to get into an ugly stage, but, you know, just keep at it. Okay, now it's more dark there, so I'm going to come into the white just a little bit, and that way it's the lighter version of that when it comes into the blue, and sorry, in the white. The other thing you can do also is, now this is going to have blue on it like it did right here. It left some blue, but that's okay, because as you're dotting up in here, you can come back, and I wanted to have a little bit of blue down there, but not too much, so that's why I made that that little margin around around it white. So I might go into that a little bit more. And you see it's starting to make kind of a stippling piece. Really, I just played around with this until it came out like I wanted it to. Now I'm taking the darkest one, which is ultramarine in that case, and I'm going to put that here on the edge. I'm just going to do a corner for you so that you can at least see what I'm doing exactly. And so I'm going to come into that blue a little bit, just kind of dot it around the blue just a little bit. My cat has eaten, don't worry, she's okay. She's just very vocal at her age. I'm going to go back with the medium, or the lighter blue, and I'm going to come up into that dark, and then come back down into the lighter color. Sometimes it's hard to explain how I do things, because I really have to stop and think, okay, what is it that I'm doing? Because a lot of times I just do it. Just go and get it done, you know, and then I think, well, how did I do that? But if I think I'm going to do a video on it, I try to think about it. So I'm just building up layers here. Dabbing lightly down into this part. And I'm going to do some more of the white. When you're using this small of a brush on the tips of these, you noticed I made a dent there. You may not like that. You may not care. I don't know. I'm gonna just rub it. I'm gonna take the color off the sides, so it will not look that way. It probably doesn't matter really. Okay, now I'm gonna go up. Into the lighter color and bring some of that down. Bring some of the white up into here. Now that's pretty nice like it is, right? But I want this to be galaxy. So I'm gonna go in here and Marty, you're just fine. You had dinner. You're just fine. I have a very needy cat. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. I do apologize. Might not, still not be able to see it, but that's better. Sometimes I use my left hand, but my cat wants me to pet her. You're such a goober. Maybe I can move this over here. That's easier to see what I'm doing. Okay. Not quite like the other side, at least not on here. She's scratching my legs, so I'll pet her. Marty, you're very inconvenient right now. Let me load my brush. She's really just... I'm kind of irritated at her, but it's funny at the same time. I'm actually probably going to darken up the blue around it a lot more. Anyone else have a needy cat? So you just keep going along the edge with that all the way around, however you like. I haven't done this kind of background before. I got the idea from another colorist. She didn't have a tutorial, she just had a picture, and I thought, I wonder how I can recreate that background. What do I have? I tried some gouache, and I tried some more of the gel sticks, and I could have gone with the gouache, I suppose, but I said, let me in my first try, it came out a little bit like clouds. I just felt this would probably go a little faster, which I needed. Okay, that's really not bad. But I'm gonna go darker on both those spots. I hate to mess with it, you know. But I just want that corner to be very dark. I'm gonna have to come in with a lighter color. Kind of blend that together a little bit. And I'll darken this one up. Okay. And hey, Casey. In this corner, you'll see I've started to do some dots for stars. And that's why I really wanted to darken up the edges more so that that would come out. But I don't want it too dark. Also, I did color this part, and the way I did it was kind of strange. But first, you know, maybe I had too many steps, but that's what I did. First, I used black Prismacolor. And then I came in with a Polychromos black. And then I thought, why don't I erase a little bit of it and put some of that China blue in there? So I took my little square eraser, usually used for drawing, and I just took up a little bit of that black, came back in, and, whoa, oh no, oh no. Yeah, I'd love to do a buddy color. I've never done a buddy color. I want to do one with one of my favorite colorists, but I'm too afraid to ask them because they're so much better than I am. Okay, well, that's so sad. I hate it when a pencil breaks like that. Well, usually what I do is I stick that back on, and then I get a piece of tape. Oh, my cat. And I split it down the middle. Well, as best I can anyway. And then I kind of just wrap it around. And I mean, it's really, I'm just keeping the inevitable from happening until I want it to. Kind of wrap it around the top. And then I can keep using it for a little while. Anyhow, so then I colored the inside of that part that I took the color out of. And I'm not sure exactly. Well, I didn't want it to be all black, but I also wanted to pick up some of the blue. So there I go. I have Facebook and I do have Discord, but I'm not over there very often. All right. so let me show you how I did the dots down here. I'm going to do them all over, but we can at least start here. I had two different things going. I had an acrylic paint pen. This one is our Tissot, but any of them will do. And a jelly roll, size 10. I do have a size 8, but I don't think I use that one. I might use this one because it's thinner. I do have a size 0.05 too. I mean 0.5 also. Anyhow, what I did here was just like on any of the other Galaxy pictures you have, you got to get your ink going, and I just tried to make different sizes and different placements. And something else I did, I waited until that dried just a little bit because this dries really fast. And then I took one of the lighter blues, the aqua. Did I use the aqua? Did I use this one? I think I used the non-photo blue. And I just kind of dotted over them so they would appear a little further away. I'm not really great at doing stars because my hand will shake and it'll look more like a comet. Anyway, that's what I did there, and I'm going to do more on that. No, I'm Leslie Harris over on Facebook. Casey Brett. Okay. I think maybe we're friends on Facebook. I'm not sure. And for the big star, she's back, y'all. I took the 8, I think it was the 8, and drew. Sometimes these don't want to work on anything except it doesn't want to work on any medium. Maybe on watercolor dry it would. Anyway, you just got to get it going. And I made a long piece and then tried to, without wiggling, make one going that way. Try to make them even. And then I made little shoots coming out from it. Can you even see that? Yeah. And then I took the bigger one, the 10. Come on. And then made a circle. Another probably, yeah, I do have Instagram, but I'm not over there very often. This paint pen might be better for that center. In fact, it probably is too much. But anyway, there you go. That's how I did it. I also used the paint pen on some of the bigger dots. Now, if you're really careful, Facebook, I use Facebook more than anything. You can barely touch the page and it will give you the lighter dots or the smaller dots. I'm surprised I can even do that with my hand, but I'm holding my hand really still, so. Another way you can do the stars is take some gouache or acrylic paint. I just had this toothbrush over here. Let me stay. There it is. And you want it to be watered down, but not too watered down. And you can dip that in a toothbrush in it. Not the one you're using currently, but another one. And it's got to be kind of stiff. It works better. It's a stiffer brush. And then just flick it. You can flick it this way, upside down, that way, or like this. And if you don't want it all over your page, you can, you know, even go so far as to tear the piece of well, this is tracing paper, but you can use any paper really. And you know, say I just wanted it right there. Well, I just tore around this part so it wouldn't go on there. Get it to stay down. And then just flick it down, and there it goes. I suppose I could try that here, but I've already just started to do that with the pins, and I think I better do that way. Okay, let's see, what's your name, and I'll add it. Leslie Harris. Let me type it in. There it is. Okay, I'm going to keep working on these. Sometimes you got to get that pin going. I think I'm not very good at random. See how I made those apart like that? Probably doing the toothbrush method would be easier for me. But then I can't control where it all goes, so that's just one of those first world problems, you know. Maybe I'll just not think about what I'm doing here. Not be so stiff about it. Yeah, see, they're starting to become like comets. So then you can come back on some of the, you know, they're all kind of the same here. We come back with a paint pen and kind of dab some of them a little darker, or a little bigger. That way you'll have more variety. You can even make them really big. Just kind of whatever you like. It is a picture of me with my dog. One of my dogs. She passed away this summer. And that's her picture. Oop. So I think y'all pretty much know how to do dots. What other ways do you like to do galaxy painting or galaxy backgrounds? There are so many out there. Some you do with gouache, some acrylic, some paint pens. Sorry, I've got a chew in my mouth. Yeah, this one's not gonna... This is better for drawing the big stars. What else? The gel sticks. I haven't ever seen anybody do oil pastels, yeah. The neat thing about these pens is that if you don't like, you think I've got too many stars, you just take your fingernail, star's gone. It is possible to overdo. Maybe, I don't know. I might just kind of randomly go through and scratch them off. So yeah, what is your favorite way to do galaxy backgrounds? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this part in the... I'm gonna cover over that with my piece of tracing paper. Actually, I think maybe I'll do this part the same way I've done that. And it's really just taking the different colors I've used. Now, it can get a little bit ridiculous if you've got too many colors in there for such a small space. But I just used the sky blue light. And I got in there with that. And then I took the non-photo blue and traced around the edge. No, she was a Carolina dog. I think there's a little bit of yellow in there. See if I can get that out. I know I might be able to, but what I'm always fond of saying, gang, it's okay. Alright, now that's not very sharpened, but it'll do. Go in there with that. And then go back with the sky blue light. Kind of blend that up a little bit. And then the last part, as I just went in with the white, kind of burnished that center like I did right here. I just went whoosh. I did also go over with this China blue again, but that little space is too small for that. And it's just, you know, you just got to decide how many colors you're going to use in a tiny spot. Yeah, you just add me when you're finished with that. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, these are pretty small, these spaces. I may just go straight to the white, since it's so small. Neat. And I will just do this all the way around. What have y'all been working on in your own coloring adventures? Do you like the Circle of Life book? It's really an awesome book. It's got so many different types of pictures in here that that there's something for everyone, really. That's kind of like how Joanna Basford's books are. She's just got a variety of images. Some very detailed, some Zen-tangly looking, some that have a lot of white space, and some that don't have hardly any white space. So something for everyone. And this is kind of like that, except there's, yeah, I guess it is in a way. All right, I think I'm going to use the blue here. Through, kind of blend that up. I'll do a little quick flip through this in a second. So these little spots are a little fiddly, but you know, you got to do the little spaces too. Mariola Buddick. I haven't heard of that before. Is that an artist that does books? Coloring books? See, I've got all these tabs in here. So you got a lot of pages like this that are more, I mean, the whole book is called Circle of Life, so it's circular, but I mean, there's something on each direction. And you have some that just have one picture in it. And there's kind of a lot of those. Here's one I did last, I finished up in July. And of course they all have white space around them, except this one is a very big, see, I told you it had something for everybody. Look at that. And there's a little camping in the mountains. I love the little bear and the birds. So that one I could see a lot of kind of a cross between sun, like the sun's coming up, but you can still see space. This one was not an epic fail, but I'm not sure I want to go back and mess with it. Oh yeah, she's got even got circles within her circles, so that's kind of cool. And this one, the picture, part of the picture comes out of the circles. I like that one a lot. And this one's all over, very detailed. This one's one I'm gonna be doing really soon, I hope. This one is massively detailed. I was trying to give you an example of something that's not. This one is actually one of the least detailed ones because it's got big spaces that you can do something with that. And then you've got really detailed ones. This one's not very detailed. It's like a wallpaper kind of motif. And this one. So really, there's just something for everyone in this book. What is a book that she's done? What kind of images are they? Trying to get in further. Okay, what was I? I think I may just add the blue there. Did I start 6:30? Okay. I try to just do an hour because it takes a long time to upload the big stuff. Well, gosh, I had dinner, but I'm still hungry. I know that was random. Welcome to my brain. Let's see. It's a Wednesday, so we're halfway through the week. How has your week been going? I hope you are all well. Goodness gracious. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that out, but that's all right. Just keep going. Now here is something. Make sure you put something over that so it doesn't come off on your hand. So I don't know about you, I've got to have my hand resting on something. Have any of you ever done a video and then, like a drawing video or even a cooking video, gone back and watched it yourself because you don't remember how you did something? I have not done that yet, but I almost did. Oh, she does ladies with all sorts of things. She's done gnomes, animals. Oh, good. Yeah. I love animals. I'm not very good at people. I generally don't. I generally avoid doing any people. I've just done one really. No, I guess I did one in a Teresa Goodrich book. I did two people, they were riding bikes. But as far as faces and things like that, It's not my thing, I guess. I love animals and nature. But that's good. She has a variety. Whoops. Let's see, books that I have. I've got this one, of course. I've got Daydreams. I've got, what's that one? Well, I've got World Wonders. Yeah, World of Flowers, the Christmas one. I've got a million kawaii cuties. How you say that? And I've got several Teresa Goodwitch books. I've got Mythographic Animals and Wonderlust and Wild Winter. I've got a couple of random people books. Oh, I've got Fragile World and World of Wonder, World Within Worlds. Those are two of my favorites. Oh, Grayscale? Ooh. I'm not sure I've ever worked on a Grayscale. That would be fun. I know that it's easier in a lot of ways than just because, you know, it's there ready for you to just color it in. It helps you to know where to put the lights and the darks. Ooh, I hear the ice cream man. Yeah, when I was a kid and I heard the ice cream man. Daddy, the ice cream man's coming. The prices are so much less then. Almost looks like blue fire, doesn't it? Yeah, flowers. I definitely like those. That's pretty good. All right, so now you know how to do these parts and the sky. I'm going to be finishing this up later. And when I get off camera, I've got to finish this by tomorrow or by tonight, really. And I was going to put it in a frame. I will have to pick out a frame tomorrow as we go out. Cool. Just kind of looking over it, thinking, do I really want to tweak anything? I think I would. I really could spend a whole nother week erasing and recoloring, erasing, recoloring. But I just have to let it go, you know. I do like how the stars are coming out. At least they look good on the camera when I look up in it. That's funny. But that actually, looking up in the camera, helps me to see different things. Like, I like how the light is coming around here. Maybe I could put a little bit more blue maybe in there. Come back in with a pencil instead. Of course, I might just leave well enough alone, you know what I mean? Oh, thanks. Yeah, I really love doing stars. But I'm thinking the key to stars is, whoops, sorry about that. When you have a pen that works. I'm thinking I'm going to try random all over like this, and then come back in with bigger spots. And then I can come back in with, hey Michael, glad you came. What you think of my picture? Now I'm going to come back in with little dots here and there. You know what else is challenging for me, besides doing things randomly, is I just like to be symmetrical. I don't know why, but I'm working on it. Another thing is quilting. Is it quilting? Yes. It's called a scrap quilt, where you just take all your scraps from other projects you've done. Thanks. Thanks, Michael. Oh, where's Mr. Pin? I don't know where I put that mustache. Oh, I'm going to give that one of the pins to my sister, and I think I put the mustache in her bag with it. Is scrap quilts. Yeah, you take a bunch of different scraps that you've had left over from other projects, and you put it together and just make a scrappy quilt. And that's kind of challenging for me, because I want there to be some kind of pattern, and I really didn't realize that that was kind of OCD until recently. And you know, it's just something I've got to learn to deal with. Now, why is that dirty up there? It just is. Oh, that's something you got to be careful with. The gel sticks is sometimes things get stuck in it, so you're gonna have to keep on duster duty. Yeah. So I'm working on being more random. It's like my random has to make sense. So I don't know. I'm going to come in with I don't think there's really a wrong way or on how many stars you can, how many dots you can put in your space, because you know, space is full of stars everywhere. You would really have to literally make this whole picture white just to get them all in right. But, alright, I'm going to try a big star. Whoops. I forget sometimes when I'm not in frame. That Mr. Pin video I made yesterday, it took me 3 times to get a start on that for various reasons. One is when I said hello, it came out like, hello, and I go, oh, what's that? I was a bit croaky, as Coloring with K would say. She would always say that she doesn't know why she gets croaky when she gets on camera, and I said, you don't sound croaky at all. But now I completely understand what she means. It feels like you're croaky to yourself, but not necessarily to other people. I think I'm going to make just some. I'm trying to make it random. Is it random? Oh, that's so random that it's not even. Oops. Nothing that a little pencil won't help. Oop. See, I just colored it away. Isn't that nice? Is this the 10? No wonder. The 8's better. The joys of live streaming. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and they make it look easy. And I see these people get into the thousands viewers, and I think, how do they keep up? How do they do it? They just make it look easy, but really, and they even say, go back to their old videos and see they've got better over time, you know. Now I've got to do the other parts. But I've been on here for over an hour, so unless y'all want to talk about some other stuff. I think I'll see Michael over on another channel. All right, that was the last, this is the last color along for this particular picture. You'll see this on my finished August stuff. So I will say goodbye. So long, farewell. Oh, don't sing. Okay. I will. Thanks, Casey. See you later, Michael.